Shares of Boston Pizza trading higher today after the BC-based pizza franchise reported record sales for the latest quarter. Let's talk about that with Jordan Holm. He's president of Boston Pizza. Thanks for joining us today.
Happy to be here.
So some of your competitors, Chipotle, for example, are missing estimates because consumers are kind of squeezed right now. How did you manage record sales at this time?
Well, thank you. And this was, in fact, the third consecutive quarter of record quarterly results for Boston Pizza this year, starting off with the first and second quarter, and then coming in the third quarter today, announcing 4.1% same restaurant sales, which brings us to 5% same restaurant sales for the full first 9 months of 2025. So we're really pleased with that. And to get to the question that you're asking about how it's being achieved, it really is. We're encouraged by the level of guest visitation, that we're seeing more guests coming into our restaurants, and that is helping to contribute to the record quarterly sales results that we were reporting this morning.
So just to clarify, you're seeing more consumers coming in as opposed to fewer consumers who are buying more.
Exactly, yes. I mean, there's two drivers of top line growth. There's check size, which is driven in part by menu inflation and taking pricing when needed. And we saw that coming out of the COVID period. Many retailers and restaurants and other organizations had to pass along some unprecedented inflation spikes in the form of price increases. And that does contribute to top line growth. But what's more sustainable and what's more encouraging about Boston Pizza's results in 2025 is that they've come predominantly from more guests coming into our restaurants, whether it be for lunch, late night. Our takeout and delivery business now represents about 25% of our annual sales, so that's a big contributor to growth, and we see that being a big driver and something that we can build off of as we head into the fourth quarter and into 2026.
Did you do anything differently for the second half of the year, and knowing perhaps that we could see consumer weakness as a result of tariffs and other things? Did you run promotions differently? Did you go bigger on advertising campaigns?
We were always looking to innovate. We are a 61-year-old Canadian company, started in Edmonton in 1964. Today we have 372 Boston Pizza restaurants across the country. And as I said, we're always looking for ways to do things differently. I would say in 2025, and particularly the second half of this year, some of the initiatives that we're really focused on have been, for example, restaurant renovations. We've always had a requirement that restaurants renovate to the current design standards every 7 years. This year we'll have over 40 Boston Pizza restaurants that will go through a complete renovation. Usually they close for 10 days to 2 weeks. And the before and after impact is really powerful. And it's nice to see the confidence of our franchisees investing in substantial renovations and how that impacts the guest experience afterwards. In terms of promotions, we've always been known in areas like big groups, families, sporting events. We're really pleased to see, obviously, the run in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals with the Oilers the last couple of years, and certainly the Blue Jays more recently. Sports is a big part of our DNA, and we do everything we can to lean in and bring people into our restaurants or to serve them in their homes when they're gathering around for big Canadian sporting events.
We talked a little bit about sales, but I'm wondering whether or not the trade conflict has affected the ability of your company to source products, source supplies.
So because we are a Canadian company with such a long history, well over 90% of our supply chain is domestically sourced. So we deal with Canadian supply partners for cheese, for our dough mix, for example, for our pizza dough. Just so many of our products are sourced domestically that the direct exposure to the tariffs and counter tariffs and all of that that's been going on this year has been pretty minor for us. There's been a little bit of packaging, a little bit of fresh produce that we've been concerned about, although that hasn't come to pass that we've been directly impacted in a negative way there, but it is something that we continue to watch. The bigger concern for us is just simply consumer confidence and this cloud that seems to be floating over the Canadian economy about the uncertainty of the future of CUSMA and trade with our biggest trading partner in the United States and what that means for employment and spending levels in Canadian households going forward. So that's something that we watch very carefully. Of course, we can't do a lot about it, so we focus really on the things that we can control, which are the operations of our restaurants, the building of our brand, really hosting great occasions for our guests day in and day out, and making sure that Boston Pizza remains an affordable luxury for many Canadians who want to get out and enjoy time with friends and family, whether it's about sports or family or food. That's really the focus that we have, although we're certainly aware of the broader economic picture.
Jordan, I only have about a minute left. You mentioned you have about, I think, 372 restaurants right now. Are there any plans to expand? I don't know how quickly you do tend to expand your restaurant brand.
Yes, absolutely. We continue to grow. We opened 4 new Boston Pizza restaurants last year. We have a couple under construction right now, with more to come in 2026. And we're always excited to bring Boston Pizza to new markets, particularly underserviced markets that have been asking for a Boston Pizza. And we do very well in smaller communities and suburbs right across Canada. We're in all 10 provinces and 2 of the 3 territories. But to answer your question, we absolutely have plans to grow. We have activity underway right now, and we look forward to, the road to 400 Boston Pizza locations across Canada and beyond.
Jordan Holm, thank you, sir, for joining us. Jordan's president of Boston Pizza, joining us today.